I started sharing my stories to the social media like 3 years ago, and most of my contents are about my disability in hearing and vision. I know some of you have already know that I have some medical condition, so I'm not going through that. I already talked about it at the past session, so I'm going to skip that details. So most of the contents in my social media are about my medical condition, and sometimes I will upload my speech over there too. And at first, I had this really beautiful, unrealistic expectation that I'm going to get famous in the social media. I will get invited to some tech talks. Lisa So is going to shake my hands or whatever. Of course, that didn't happen. But I realized that it's not about the number of followers. It's not about the number of views. Actually, it's about the stories that I get from the audience. So what happened is that I realized when I became open to disclose my medical condition to the public, I started sharing about my disability to the social media. Something magical happened. People actually start to put trust on me, and then they're going to share their own difficulties to me as well. And I gained so much inspiration, so much motivation from all these lovely people. And out of so many stories that I have, perhaps I can share 2 stories that I have that I think have the most impact to me. So let's go on to the first story. The first story is about a lady from KL. Let's call her Janet. It's not a real name, but it's not important. 25 years ago, when Janet was 12 years old, she was sleeping at the back of a car. Her mom was driving, and suddenly, out of nowhere, a truck rushed in. Her mom was trying to avoid the truck, steer away, but the car hit into the road sign instead. Now Janet, she wasn't using any seat belt, so her body was thrown off really hard. She hit into the front seat like a pancake. Bang. She survived the accident, but unfortunately her C2 to C6 vertebra was severely damaged. Paralysis. Janet became paralyzed. Starting that day, she cannot feel anything from shoulder onwards. She still can move her arms around, but she cannot move her fingers. So she kind of holding a fist all the time, like this. For the next 25 years, Janet has been spending her time on a wheelchair, on a bed, and she couldn't even flip her own body when she's feeling cold during her sleep or when she's having a fever. Now, even though Janet has become immobile, she kept on fighting. She didn't give up. She used her fist to work on a laptop really hard. And today, she's working as a social media executive in a company. That's the first story. Moving on to the next second story, we have another lady from KL as well. Let's call her Lydia this time. In her late 20s, Lydia was diagnosed with stage 3 breast cancer. Then she had to go through a series of treatment, radiotherapy and chemotherapy. After 5 years, everything seems to be fine. Her condition was controlled. Everything seems to be stable. She even got to deliver a new baby. I forgot what's her name, but it was a daughter, a beautiful daughter. 1 year after the baby delivery, she thought that her life was about to enter a new chapter of happiness, but the nightmare struck again. The cancer cells spread again, violently. This time, in her brain. Final stage brain cancer. She had to go through another emergency surgery. A ping pong ball sized tumor was removed from her brain. And after the treatment, she suffered from a long-term effect, epilepsy, meaning that she could go into a seizure spontaneously at any time. She needs medication to control her seizures at all the time. As we speak right now, as a final stage brain cancer, Lydia could literally die in any minute. But even with all that happened, Lydia didn't give up. She continued to keep working really hard. And today, she's working as a director in a green building consultancy business somewhere in KL. When the new building is up, she's the one working on a green sustainability. That's the second story. Now, why am I telling all these stories? I'm trying to make a point here. Every one of us, everyone has their own difficulties. Everyone has their own suffering. I suffer from a disability in hearing and vision. Some people suffer from paralysis, cancer, and other people they could be suffering from other problems, relationship issue, family issue, bankruptcy, and even from sinus infection, I believe. So the million-dollar question is, if every one of us is suffering, if every one of us has our own difficulties, Is there any way out? Are we forever stuck in this negative loop? It turns out that there is one redemption that we can be seeking for. Don't focus on the things that we lose. Shift the focus from the things that we have still left. Instead of mourning over the things that we don't have, we can always choose to be grateful for some things that we have. For example, we can be grateful for the fact that we are able to walk freely. We can be grateful for the fact that we are able to eat the nasi lemak, the green curry. We can be grateful for the fact that we are able to see, we are able to hear, we are able to communicate with every one of you. Even some very simple action, like the fact that we are able to hold a bottle without any trembling. That alone is something that we can be grateful for as well. You know, sometimes I think we are too busy living every day that we take everything for granted. We always forget that there are so many things that we have which are luxury to other people. There are so many people trying to walk but they couldn't. There are so many people trying to hear, trying to see, trying to communicate but they couldn't. They are blind, they are deaf or whatever. So friends, today I have a message for you. If you have a parent still alive, still with you, give them a call tonight. If you have a kid, grab their hand tonight, go have a walk with them tonight. If you are able to walk freely, if you have healthy legs, go for a run, go for a marathon, feel your legs. You never know when you will be losing them. Sometime, anytime, accident can happen. If anytime in the future, if you are suffering from any things, just remember, shift the focus. Thank you everyone. Back to you, Toastmaster. Thank you.
Thank you, Zhen Yu.